game, I've been divorced 2 times over dumb shit. I'ma shame my son, call another nigga pops, cause his mom still bitter, we didn't work it out.
What's up, team? What's up, everybody? Look, need to go get my hair retwisted. Y'all know it's me. I'm back. I'm not home. I'm out of town. I had to come do a speaking event, but you guys know I had to get my 2 cents in on this. Listen, first of all, what's up? I missed y'all. Like, you two be hating. Like, how you gonna separate me from my people for a whole week and I ain't even do nothing? All I did, I don't even be doing nothing. Like, it just kind of reminds me of when I was a little girl, and it was like I used to always get in trouble like every day. The school be calling or something, and I used to tell my mama all the time. I used to be like, "Ma, it ain't me. It ain't me." I used to be like, "Ma, I don't be looking for trouble. Trouble just finds me." So in this instance, I didn't even do nothing. I thought that we could talk to, board certified doctors. I thought we could ask them questions. I thought they could tell us about their experience and what they learned without us being censored, without us being silenced. Like, golly, you can't even, what y'all give them a degree? Why y'all certified? Why y'all give them a degree? I mean, what is going on here? But anyway, we're not going to waste no more time on that because we don't need to give YouTube no more reasons to separate us. Everybody talking about separated families at the border. What about how they separating us? What about that? What about how they trying to separate you from me? And we ain't hurt nobody. We ain't bother nobody. We ain't robbed nobody. We ain't kicked in nobody though. We ain't gave nobody no free crack pipes. We ain't offered nobody no free abortion. We haven't done anything. All we doing, y'all just sitting here watching me talk and they want to separate us. So you talking about an oppressed people? You can't even hear what your people got to say? Gee whiz. But anyway, I miss y'all too. And I know it's been a lot going on. And every time I hop on YouTube or I get a comment or something, I get up and I look and I see people still beefing. And I'm like, golly, I've been gone a whole week. We still beefing. I'm talking about y'all be going ham. Well, anyway, let's get into this. D.L. Hughley. I know y'all remember. If you don't remember, let's take a trip down memory lane. So you guys know I was running for office down in Georgia. I was running for John Lewis's seat. And I noticed that when I began running for his seat, as a Black Republican, I started getting attacked by people that I had once admired. I actually once admired D.L. Hughley as a comedian. I thought he was funny. And I didn't know we had beef. I didn't know I had ever did anything to D.L. Hughley before. I had always watched his movies. I watched the stand-up comedy skits. I laughed. I didn't know we had beef. Next thing I know, I started seeing posts that D.L. Hughley was making about me just because I decided to run for office, because I wanted to be a voice for us. And I started to notice these attacks, and I was a coon, and I was a Black Trump supporter, and I was a sellout. If you guys don't remember, let me take you back to that time. And it wasn't just D.L. Hughley. It was the Shade Room. It was BT. It was Black media. Like, for many of you that have been following me for quite some time, y'all know I had a name before I ever ran for office. These people knew about Angela Stanton, baby, especially if you were from Georgia, if you were affiliated with any type of reality TV and you had any, info on what was going on with Real Housewives, whatever. Angela Stanton was already a name. I had already made national best-selling author, not one time, not 2 times, but 3 times. So trust and believe, my name had already been out there. Then I had the reality show on BET, From the Bottom Up. Angela Stanton was becoming a household name. These people knew who Angela Stanton was. But the moment I ran for office, As a Black Republican, I was no longer Angela Stanton. Let me show you who they said I was in case you guys don't remember. Let me pull it up. Ooh, this right here. This right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull this down a little bit. This is a post from the Shade Room. This is back when me and DL Hughley had an altercation at the airport, right? And it's funny because I'm in Dallas now. Wow, that's amazing. And the reason that DL Hughley and I had this confrontation is because I had noticed the post he was making about me, calling me a coon, calling me a sellout. And I knew that I didn't know DL Hughley. I mean, to me, in my opinion, because I was still on the plantation, I was a fan. Like, I thought he was funny. I respected his work. And then out of nowhere, he just started attacking me. And so when I saw him in all of his, 4 feet in stature, at the airport, I said, wait a minute, hold up. I was like, what's the problem? I'm like, why are you attacking me? You don't even know me. He didn't even know who I was. This is the crazy thing about it. This is how you know that they're agents. I'm right in his face and he didn't know who I was, but yet you had made several posts and comments about me in a derogatory manner. So I'm like, how you figure I'm a coon? What makes me a coon? Like, why you won't sit down and talk to me? Why not bring me on your show for an interview? Why just attack me, right? I'm thinking he's some type of big bad wolf, me. Next thing I know, he go to howling like a panda for security. Security! I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I'm just asking. I just happened to run up on him. He probably had no idea I was 6 feet, just like I had no idea he was 4 feet. But I'm a woman. I didn't want to fight. I just wanted to know, why are you using your platform to influence people that follow you or to degrade me? And I'm a sister and you don't even know me. And you haven't even taken the opportunity to sit down and just talk to me for 2 minutes to see what my policies are or anything. You just attack me. Man, the man went to hollering for security. So me, I'm in shock because I'm like, oh no, now we don't cry wolf, do we? This is another internet tough guy. You tough behind the computer, but me, a woman, asking you why you degrade me on your platform, you don't even know me. The first thing you get to doing is hollering security. Then all of a sudden, this is a joke. Okay, so let's take it here, the Shade Room. Now remember, look at the first sentence. DL Hughley, an outspoken Black Trump supporter. Okay, so I can't just be Angela Stanton. I can't just be Republican, right? I have to be labeled as a Black Trump supporter, right? And we talk about racism and we talk about oppression and we talk about people putting us in a box and all of that. So I'm trying to figure out about this agenda about why I can't just be a Republican. Trump got all type of races that support him. Some of them Black, some of them, Latino, some of them brown, orange, white, whatever. It's a lot of people out there that's in, some of them blackity black like Kodak. We come in all different shades. But why is it a label there? So let's keep going. So in this article by the Shade Room, DL Hughley, an outspoken Black Trump supporter, Angela Stanton, exchanged words following a run-in, right? So apparently this morning, well-known Black Trump supporter Angela Stanton allegedly ran up on DL Hughley when he was in the airport. So what I'm saying is, Shade Room, you don't know me for nothing else now? Y'all, all you know me for is being a Black Trump supporter, huh? Wasn't you the one that broke my story when I won the lawsuit against Phaedra? Wasn't you the one posting about our reality show? Wasn't you the one posting about my book? You know I do have accolades, right? You know I do have accomplishments, right? You know I have made things happen, right? But I'm just a black Trump supporter. Okay, let's keep going. We just gonna keep reading. Ran up on D.L. Hughley at the Dallas airport while he was trying to eat breakfast, and apparently it went down. Now, they wasn't eating there, but all of a sudden they know the man was eating breakfast, and he was. And when I walked up to him, he almost choked on that swine. So, you know, he's an old pork-eating midget. But anyway, both the comedian and the politician had their own accounts about what happened. Angela, who is running for the U.S. House of Representatives, the late John Lewis seat to be exact, tweeted she ran into DL at the Dallas airport and confronted him about his smack talking. And Angela claimed DL folded like a little punk and called it security, which he did. But DL took to his IG account to explain that she approached him while he was eating breakfast and wasn't wearing a mask. Well, if you was eating breakfast, you wasn't wearing a mask either, you stupid mother. Can I cuss? I can cuss. You stupid son of a bitch. You wasn't wearing a mask either, obviously. But anyway, let's keep on going, because you know they gotta push the agenda. So let's keep going. Wasn't neither one of us wearing a mask. Wasn't neither one of us wearing a mask. Let's go. Don't believe the hype. I was between flights trying to eat my breakfast, DL said. The Angela Stanton comes up without a mask, highlighted. Meanwhile, you ain't got no mask on either now. Why you eating that swine? Okay? In the airport, and starts a conversation. She asked me if I thought black Trump supporters were coons. And because she's black and a Trump supporter, I said, you're a black and a Trump supporter, you're definitely a coon. Bruh. You a comedian and a liar and a midget and a deadbeat. Let's keep going. DL explained that the situation escalated from there. The situation got louder and louder, and my security did what they were supposed to do. No, the situation got louder and louder because you went to hollering like a panda in the middle of your airport for your security. All I'm doing is asking a question. I'm just asking, bro. All I'm doing is asking the question. You got so much to say on the internet. I just want to know, will you sit down and have a conversation with me to see who I am as a person, right? Because all of this coon and black Trump supporter, bro, and you don't even know my story, let alone you barely even know my name, let alone you didn't even recognize my face. This is how lost in a delusion they be, that you will sit up here and offend somebody and don't even know who you talking about, and they be standing right in your face and you don't even recognize them. Slipping. Let's keep going. He claimed that it got louder and louder, and his security did what they were supposed to do. Yeah, he was hollering. He said, I have security for the same reason you wear makeup, so people don't see shit get ugly. Mind you, I'm did my video. Y'all know I don't give a damn about no makeup. Hold on, let me go back. Damn, how did I do that? Y'all know I don't give a damn about no makeup. I didn't mean to do that. I don't know what I did. Let's go back. How can we go back? Damn. How can I go back? I don't know. Okay, there we go. So I tweeted this. They took this out of the bottom, but you guys can go research this. This tweet had over 65,000 likes. I said, just ran into D.L. Hughley at DFW airport. Of course, I confronted him about all the shit he been talking about me, and he folded like a little punk and called for his security. Now, this is another reason why they had to get me off of social media, because, you know, they do have what they call influencers. And anytime you get somebody to like that post 63,000 times, they feel like you got some type of influence they don't want people to see. So Angela maintained that DL was lying about the situation and explained she confronted him because she felt disrespected by him on social media, and even shamelessly plugged her campaign for Congress in the process. Ain't that something? They said I shamelessly plugged my campaign for Congress in the process. Well, you attacking my campaign. You're attacking me because I'm running as a candidate. You're not attacking me because I'm a person, because you never even knew me prior to this. You strictly attacking me because you see that I'm running, and I'm running as a Republican. I run as a Democrat, then me and DL would probably be best friends. But because he's a plant, right? All of a sudden you want to attack me because I said I'm running for Congress? Like, you don't even know me. Then goes on to say, DL responds by sharing a series of her mugshots, giving her a lengthy read in the caption. Now, mind you, I ain't never been ashamed of these mugshots, because I've put these mugshots on my own page. If you guys have been following me, you know that I posted these myself. Not only that, bruh, I was there. I took the picture. You act like you showing me something. You act like you showing me something I don't know nothing about. Like, I wrote a whole book, became a national best-selling author 3 times, talking about all the time I spent in prison. This is one of the reasons why I worked with President Trump, why you calling me a coon, because I don't know not one black person you set free. But this is why I worked with him to set black people free, because I was one of those black people that had that experience numerous times, which is why I couldn't operate in my emotions, and I had to operate and get the job done to free the people. Meanwhile, these niggas emotional. Let's keep going. Real talk. The only reason those right-wing politicians even mess with her is because she says shit to black folks they wish they can say and not be called a racist. How, Joe? How, Sway? How, Sway? How, Sway? You talking about the white people that supported me fighting to get black people out of prison? Huh? You talking about the white people that supported me helping to pass the First Step Act? You talking about the white people that supported me and elevated my voice when my people was listening to niggas like you and wouldn't even stand behind me while I'm fighting to save the next generation? You talking about those white people? Because I know some white people that supported me while my people was hating me. And I was fighting for my people. Let's keep going. So miss me with the white people and the black people. Miss me with the cause we black. Automatically we right. No, you ain't always right. Let's keep going, because this story gets deeper than that. If this 6-foot bar rolled up on you in the middle of your breakfast, wouldn't your security step in? Yeah, after you done called them 500 times, hollering like a panda in the middle of the airport, like it's a wild tiger on your ass. I thought she was going to ask me, you going to eat your cornbread? Real talk. The only reason those white politicians even mess with her is because she said shit to black folks they wish they could say and not be called a racist. Now, who want to print these out and play some mugshot bingo? Okay. Now, that's the Shade Room, and that's DL Hughley. Now, baby, I tell you something about me. I ain't never been ashamed, right? I ain't never been ashamed. And baby, I done lived my life, right? I done lived my life. Baby, I even published my mug shots in the book, right? But one thing about it, baby, I ain't never not fought to protect my children. Now let's get into this, because it gets deeper, right? Now, in the comments I said, DL Hughley got a whole lot of smoke when it comes for heterosexual conservatives. He'll attack me. He'll attack Kanye. He'll attack Terry Crews. He's the plant. He'll attack anyone that does not go along with their agenda. But when it comes to homosexual, right, far left liberals, he soft as pudding. He weak. He ain't got nothing to say. Y'all want to know how I know? Let me share this with you. Let me share this with you. Oh, this is going to blow y'all back. Bye. Let's talk about this. Now, prior to the whole fallout that people saw with me and Jay on Dr. Phil and all this, this happened. This how you know these people retarded. This how you know these people retarded. Because Showbiz and Shade Room, all of these people reported on this story. Angela Stanton's son come to her defense after airport confrontation with DL. Now, there you go right there, just looking just as pretty like a woman. Now, all of a sudden, y'all attacking me because I said my son a man. But when it fits your agenda, what do they headlines read? When it fits their agenda, what do their headlines read? Now, let's keep going. TV reality star turned politician claims on Twitter that she confronted the comedian at the airport about all the shit he been talking about me before the latter called for his security. Showbiz. Angela Stanton King's son JB's wants to let his mom know that he always has her back, whatever, no matter what. See, this confused me. Look at this. Angela Stanton King's son JB's wants to let his mom know that she always gets his back no matter what. Okay, I got it. The reality star turned politician recently got caught in a confrontation with comedian DL Hughley, and her son took to Instagram on Monday, August 17th, to come to her defense and attack him, right? Let's keep on going. We already read out about all of that, the exchange between me and DL, and I think they had the video up here posted, but here is the actual tweet right here, right? There go the tweet. 65,000 likes on Twitter, right? Oh, that might be his account. He reposted it. Okay, so listen. Defending his mother. Jay shared a video on Instagram telling Hughley not to drag his mom to his problems and urging the comedian to mind his own business and take care of his own kids. Please, you do not want a piece of me. Jay warned him at one point in the video, mocking him for getting checked by a female in person. Find something safe to do. So he wrote off in the caption of his post. Now, that post and that page has been deleted off Instagram, but it did make the Shade Room. Now, let me tell you something. When I tell you he roasted him, right? We talked about your child that was murdered, right? The one that you had out of wedlock, when you cheated on your wife, talked about, your daughter that was sexually assaulted, that you did absolutely nothing to come to her defense. You believed your friend over your own child, but somehow you are now attacking Kanye, right, about being a father, and we're going to look into that. You had everything. You got all the smoke in the world for me or Kanye. Jay make the Shade Room dragging you for filth, over 1 million views, articles everywhere. You ain't said nothing about Jay. You ain't said nothing about Jay. But I'm the 6-foot one that's gonna ask you, do you want your cornbread? Jay read you with 12-inch fingernails and a 42-inch wig, baby, and 6 feet, 6-inch heels, and you ain't said a word. You ain't said a word. Are you a plant? How you got all this smoke for me? How you got all this smoke for Kanye? How you got all this smoke for Terry Crews, but you ain't got no smoke when it comes to Jay? I'm just asking. And don't feel provoked to come for Jay. Because you're going to see me again. And you're going to need your security again. But come on, let's keep going. Let's talk about this story because, see, this is how we know that this is a plant. And how you pick and choose, right? When you want to snap or what you want to snap or how you want to snap on. Now, you have DL Hughley telling Kanye West how to be a father. Well, DL, let's talk about you. Not only are you telling Kanye West how to be a father, right? You also telling Kanye West how to be a husband and how to treat his wife. Right? Let's talk about you and your fatherhood and how you've treated your wife. Okay? We're just going to get in DL Hughley business for just a little bit. Let's just keep on going. Let me share this screen for a minute. Might as well, ain't nothing else to do. Let's read this headline. D.L. Hughley. I had a baby with another woman and her boyfriend killed him. Now, here go Kanye saying, I don't want my child around Skeet because Skeet making jokes about having sex with babies. Here go Kanye saying everybody clowning me, right? Because, I supported Trump. But here goes Skeet with a Hillary Clinton tattoo on his arm, and I don't want him around my children, right? Here go Kanye saying, I'm going to buy the house right across the street because I want to be a father and I want to protect my children because I want to make sure that nothing or no one can harm my children, right? Here you got D.L. Hughley, got the nerve to attack Kanye West for wanting to be a father and baby because you was a deadbeat, because you cheated on your wife, your mistress, your baby mama boyfriend killed your son because you wasn't nowhere around. So now you don't want Kanye to be nowhere around because you wasn't nowhere around. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how do you even have the room? How do you see? Let's talk about hurt, right? Close this for a minute. Let's talk about hurt. D.L. Hughley sat down and shared a shocking story. He told hosts that when his career started to take off, he cheated on his wife, who he'd been married to for over 30 years. So you can cheat on your wife, have an outside baby, let the baby get killed by another nigga because you ain't nowhere around to be a baby daddy to protect or provide. And you got the nerve to talk about Kanye? And Kanye crazy? And Kanye need mental help because Kanye is being the daddy that you wish you was? Because Kanye being the daddy that you wish you should have been, but you had every opportunity to be? Let's keep going. As a result of his infidelity, the woman got pregnant and gave birth to a little boy, the fatherless seed. Let's keep going. This little boy is born because his daddy is cheating on his wife. This little boy comes into this world without ever even having a shot. No daddy to care for him, no daddy to protect him, no daddy to provide for him, no daddy to teach him, no daddy to lead him. Sadly, his son was killed by the mother's boyfriend. I had knocked this chick up and had the baby, and the baby got killed by her boyfriend. It was a horrible experience. I had this baby I'm paying for. I'm a boy. I was scared. I was married. I was just started. So this is how much of a punk bitch you really is. Because see, the type of men that I know, the type of men, right, that I know, like even if they do get another woman pregnant, they're going to stand up and they're going to man up to their responsibilities. They're going to take care of their seeds. They ain't going to be scared. What you scared of? You weren't scared to stick your penis inside that woman and ejaculate in her, and you ain't know her, and you had a wife. You could have called AIDS. What you scared of now? I'm just asking. Let's keep going. The comedian goes on to say, I got a call from my boys. He says, your son is in the hospital. So that means ain't no communication whatsoever between you and the mama. Your son done got killed by the mama boyfriend. She didn't call you. She knew not to call you. But even if you was paying for it because she had to take you to court and get child support, they had to make you pay. Yeah. Let's keep going. Yeah, imagine that. Your son is in the hospital. So I go to the hospital and this boy was laying on the bed. Apparently, her boyfriend had shaken him and damaged his brain. And this boy was laying on the bed. He ain't have a name. Your son ain't have a name. This boy and my son was laying on the bed. Like a father would say, I went into the hospital room and I saw my son laying on the bed. And I was just, he says, I go to the hospital and this boy was laying on the bed. No connection whatsoever. The fatherless seed, born into this world and never had a chance. Let's keep going. Hughley added that he found the courage to tell his wife what happened years later after the baby was dead. Huh? I'm just asking. Let me keep on going. Finally, one day I tell my wife, and you know what she said to me? I wish you would have told me and we could have went through this together. So you didn't take care of the boy. You didn't provide for the boy. You had no connection to the boy. You let your baby get murdered because you said you was scared. It don't seem like you had nothing to be scared of to me, because out of your own words, you're saying your wife said, it seems to me she's understanding. I wish you would have told me. What was you scared of? Was you scared, or you just another deadbeat ass nigga out here that don't give a damn about his kids? I'm just asking. Because between you and Tristan Thomas, I got questions. Tristan up here paying $75,000 to kill his own seed. These are the same people telling us Black Lives Matter. How do a black life matter to you, DL? Your son Black life didn't matter to you. Got us sitting up here listening to these puppets like they for us, like they care about us. You don't even care about your own seed. Talking about this boy laying in the house. That was your boy. A plant. A plant. These are people they want us to follow. These are people they want us to look up to. There's another story with DL, right? That's the son, right? Because y'all want to talk about me. Y'all want to talk about me. Baby, I ain't never been no deadbeat. How about that? How about that? How about you might not like my style of parenting and you ain't got to, but baby, I ain't never been no deadbeat. Huh? You ain't never heard no stories from my children about they was hungry or neglected or didn't have nowhere to stay or didn't have what they need or felt like they mama wasn't protecting them. Nah, I'm the type of mama that's gonna go against the world for my baby. I don't give a damn who you is. You can be Dr. Phil, you can be the Breakfast Club, you can be Hollywood Unlocked, you could be Joe Biden, baby, you could be Satan himself. When it come to my seeds, baby, we gonna have some problems about that. Yeah, I'm going to fight to the death of mine. That's what I'm going to do as a parent, okay? Now, that was the daughter. Let's keep going. Now, that was the son. Let's get to the situation about the daughter. Now, this ain't the only heart-wrenching story DL got when it comes to his fatherhood. There's another confession that he made about his daughter. Daughter being sexually assaulted by someone who was a friend of his. He chose to believe the friend. This is what one of our sisters had to say. This ain't nothing new. This been going on. O'Shine Chosen says, D.L. Hughley let one of his friends rape his daughter and didn't do shit about it. So excuse me while I give no fucks. I'm going to read that one more time. 15,000 likes on Twitter, over 5,000 retweets. D.L. Hughley let one of his friends rape his daughter and didn't do shit about it. So excuse me while I give no fucks. Somebody please explain to me how DL got room to talk about anybody's fatherhood. And listen, man, listen. And you ain't into it. See, now you want to take all of this inner turmoil and all of your demons and reflect them on somebody else. Now, that ain't even enough. Let's keep going. Now that we know that you really don't give a damn about black life because you let this man kill your baby and you go up in the hospital to this boy. What? What? You ain't tweet out the nigga mugshot that killed your baby and start no protest for him like you going against Kanye or like you rallying your people against me when I was running for my campaign? Huh? Did you tweet and drag the nigga that killed your baby? Did you tweet and drag the nigga that raped your daughter the way you trying to drag me and Kanye and any other black conservative? I'm just asking a question. Now let's keep going. Not only that, this another way we know that D.L. Hughley is a plant. Let's get into this.
National Comedy Club has closed its doors for deep cleaning after comedian D.L. Hughley collapsed while performing. As Les Front reports, he later tested positive for COVID-19, although he was completely asymptomatic.
Unexpected drama as comedian D.L. Hughley collapses on stage.
Hold up. We about to roast your ass. This is what I'm saying. You ain't even passed out yet, bruh. White man, there got to be a white liberal because they all in it together. Standing on the side of the stage, running up to catch you. You ain't even passed out yet, bruh. You ain't even falling yet. They already... Let me rewind it. Now, I'm going to play this tape. I want y'all to watch Buddy over here in the corner walking up to the stage. DL waited until he got to a certain spot to start falling back. You can't tell me this wasn't playing. This is not natural. And 9 times out of 10, if you sitting down like this and you about to pass out, you're going to fall forward. I don't know. I ain't the brightest star in the sky. My star just shine bright. Let's play the tape. Roll the tape, Cletus.
Comedian D.L. Hughley collapses on stage.
Come on, man.
He was carried backstage and rushed to a Nashville hospital where he was diagnosed with COVID-19.
They ran a battery of tests, and I also tested positive for COVID-19, which blew me away. I was what they call asymptomatic. I didn't have any symptoms.
Hughley says he now is in quarantine at his hotel for the next 14 days.
He performed for about 3.
Can I ask y'all a question? The white dude went up on stage and caught DL and somehow he still ended up on the floor. Come on, man. You didn't eat. I'm so tired. Listen, D.L. Hughley and Jussie Smollett, man, I'm telling you, man. Listen, they running my blood pressure up. Let me tell you about how these people are ops. This is D.L. Hughley in 2020, right? All of a sudden, you passing out on stage. They take you to the hospital. They tell you didn't have no symptoms at all. Your nose ain't running. You ain't sweating. You ain't got a fever. Your taste ain't gone. Your smell ain't gone or nothing. You go to the hospital. These people tell you got COVID, right? Now, y'all know this is before they even came out with the jab, okay? They release you. Immediately tell you to go home and quarantine for 10 to 14 days. You didn't get no medicine. You didn't get no jab. You went home and quarantine. That means you just sat in the house by yourself. Right? You ain't eat no chicken noodle soup. You ain't eat no apple. You ain't eat no orange. They didn't give you no vitamin C. They didn't give you no zinc. They didn't give you nothing. They just told you to just go home and just sit down and stay by yourself. Right? You healed. A disease so dangerous, y'all pushing this agenda that we all finna die. You done got sent home immediately from the hospital with no medicine, told to go quarantine, and then here you come a year later dedicating your whole platform to telling us about how we need to go get the jab. Nigga, you ain't get one. Nigga, you ain't had one. When you fell out on the stage, we watching it right here. Let me replay it, because they think all of us dumb. Let me replay it.
A Nashville comedy club has closed its doors for deep cleaning after comedian D.L. Hughley collapsed while performing. As Les Trent reports, he later tested positive for COVID-19, although he was completely asymptomatic.
Unexpected drama as comedian D.L. Hughley collapses on stage.
Look.
I got you.
He was carried backstage and rushed to a Nashville hospital where he was diagnosed with COVID-19.
They ran a battery of tests, and I also tested positive for COVID-19, which blew me away. I was what they call asymptomatic. I didn't have.
Now listen, he said, I also tested. What also did you have? He said they ran a bunch of tests, and I also tested positive for COVID. Well, what else did you test positive for? I mean, since everybody just talking about what they got, I mean, you just telling what your diagnosis is. What else did you get? Because we obviously got to be missing something. Let's go back.
They ran a battery of tests, and I also tested positive for COVID-19, which blew me away. I was what they call asymptomatic. I didn't have any symptoms.
Hughley says he now is in quarantine at his hotel for the next 14 days.
He performed for about 3 minutes before he passed out.
John Smith was in the audience and shot that scary video. Megan Alexander spoke to him.
John, are you concerned that you're now infected?
Definitely. It's scary that to be exposed to coronavirus. Very scary. I'm getting tested today.
Here in New York City, once the epicenter of the pandemic, it's phase 2 of the reopening with restaurant dining, but only outdoors, and tables have to be set at least 6 feet apart. 300,000 people are now permitted to return to work, leading to fears of a so-called Carmageddon traffic jam, which failed to materialize.
Carmageddon has not happened. I think people have become accustomed to work.
Listen, man, I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of these plants. I'm sick of these ops. These people that they put in place and that they pay to intentionally mislead us. There is no way in the world that you could ever come out of your mouth to say anything about anyone trying to be a father when you have failed both of your children. There is no way you should be able to come out of your mouth and attack people because they don't agree with you politically, right? You such a bear, you such a beast, right? But when it comes to a gay man, all of a sudden you a punk. You ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got no clap back. They are a controlled opposition. I don't appreciate it. How long we gonna let these people mislead us and not call them out? They living good while leading us to the slaughter. You getting paid to intentionally mislead your people while using your influence to make them hate the people that's actually fighting for change. These niggas need to be held accountable. Jussie Smollett, this is what I got to say about the Jussie Smollett situation, right? And I ain't, all for, some people do deserve in prison. You out here, you killing people, you raping children and stuff, you need to be in prison. Some people need psychiatric help. Some people need rehabilitation, and I'm all for that. But what I don't like is how they're trying to make him out as a victim and how they're going to try to elevate him to this position of Black leadership to once again be another puppet that's misleading our people. And when you have someone that has a character like that type of personality that won't even admit when they are wrong, Like you're going to just continue to lie and lie and lie and lie and lie and lie. And at no point do you say, y'all, man, you know what? I ain't like Trump. I tried some shit. I got caught. I fucked up. Let me pay this fine and go. But because of the fact that you have this narcissist personality, right? And this where you are going to constantly lie and tell so many lies that you actually begin to believe them yourself. Do y'all see the picture of Jussie Smollett that's floating all over the headlines? You standing in court holding up a fist for Black Lives Matter after you done got convicted of committing your own hate crime against yourself. How you go to jail for faking your own hate crime? And at this point, we need to feel disrespected. We need to feel disrespected that these people feel like actors and comedians are the leaders for the Black community. A comedian telling jokes ain't no leader. A comedian that didn't protect his own children. First of all, if you don't fight for your own children, I know damn well you ain't finna fight for this community. If you've been a deadbeat to your own seeds, you're going to be a deadbeat to the community. You're not. You know, a comedian tells jokes. An actor plays a role. These are not leaders. You don't see leaders and comedians being the spokesperson for any other culture. Where are your qualifications to lead? Because telling jokes and being a deadbeat ain't it. Where are your qualifications to lead? Because start faking a hate crime to be the next gay Tupac, baby, ain't it. Anyway, y'all, we back this Saturday. We're going to be taping live. Listen, if y'all ain't been over to Eventbrite, if y'all in Atlanta this Saturday, y'all need to make sure y'all come out, check out this live taping. Me, Charleston White, Kwame Brown, Dr. Peter McCullough, Abby Johnson. Listen, we are going to chop it up. This is a show that you guys do not want to miss. Coming up next on the Ash Show, y'all, we got Tasha K coming. Tasha K, listen, I'm going to put her in a hot seat. She had me in the hot seat. I'm going to put her in a hot seat. Now it's time for me to get all in her business like she was trying to get all in my business. Y'all stay vigilant. Stay woke. Keep spreading the word. Keep speaking up. Keep sharing posts. They coming for us. Like it's time for us to wake up. We've been suffering too long. Ain't no way in the world Congress came up with $80 million to send over to Ukraine in 24 hours and all y'all got was $600 stimulus check. You got a $1,400 stimulus check. Then you got a $600 stimulus check. Then they said they was giving you a $250 tax credit for the children, and then come to find out you got to pay that back. Then they told you they was going to give you a PPP loan to help you through the pandemic, and you got to pay that back. But somehow we got millions and millions and millions and billions of tax dollars to send over for aid to Ukraine, to send down to the border for illegal immigrants, while y'all ain't got nothing. They done shut down the whole America. Shut down the whole America, shut down all of our businesses, told us we couldn't make no money, told us we had to stay in the house, we couldn't come outside, passing curfews in certain districts, telling us in our businesses if we did open that we could only have so many guests in at one time, and we had the social distance, and many of us lost our businesses because we couldn't afford the overhead, and now we're working virtually from home. But you talking about the money that we making, that we spending tax dollars on, that it's going over to Ukraine and down to the border and over to Pakistan for gender studies on children, and we walking over homeless people, and we got children in cages in juvenile detention centers across this nation, and y'all crying to me about children in cages at the border, and some of your nieces and nephews in juvenile. Bye. I'm tired of y'all. Bye.